Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Legend and I'm back with another video. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail. No, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe while you at it. But without further ado, let's just get into this intro so we can start this what if.
But I won't give up, I'll never stop till I wash up on the sand or my heart finally stops. I will be the best, headed out for change, I just started on my quest. Yeah, the world will know my name, I'm excited, I'm obsessed. No one in my way but myself and a test. Yeah, I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. Life is just a game, I'll be playing till I rest. I'll be there to claim my own spot among the best. Deep within my mind, I'll put all my fear to rest. Cause I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best.
Itachi stirred as he woke from his slumber. His eye fluttered open as he sat up in his bed. He looked around at his surroundings and found that he was in a cave barely lit by a small torch. He looked down and saw two things. One was that he was now a she, and that his midsection was wrapped in bandages. "So you've awakened," a voice said from a shadowed corner of the room. Naruto walked out from the darkness. "You were in bad shape after our battle," Naruto said with a small smirk. Itachi's eyes widened when he said that. He remembered trying to recruit the blonde but ending up battling him. He remembered the blonde turning into a black covered tail beast and fighting him. Then, at the end, where the blonde demon fired a beam of lightning. "You were that monster that I was fighting?" She gasped. Naruto looked at her and nodded. "Yeah, that was me. But that's not important right now. Let's start with some simple questions. Who are you really?" Naruto asked the black-haired girl. Itachi, while not wanting to, was in no condition to resist at the moment. "My real name is Izumi Uchiha. I am one of the 4 remaining Uchiha in the world," she answered the blonde's question. Naruto smiled and nodded. "Thank you, Izumi-san. Now, I already know why you killed your clan, so you will not have to explain that to me," he said to her surprise. Naruto's smile turned into a frown. "But back to business. What have you learned about the Akatsuki so far?" Izumi sighed. "For now, we're just trying to gain more funds by doing jobs around the elemental nations. But we will soon start to hunt the Jinchuriki. I can't tell you anymore," the raven-haired woman said to the blonde demon. Naruto just stared her in the eyes. Izumi felt as if her world was getting set ablaze by the simple stare the blonde was giving her. "Very well. Now, before we continue, I'll let you ask a few questions of your own," Naruto said as he took a seat at the base of the bed. "Who are you?" Naruto smiled. "That's a good question. Well, my name is Naruto Namikaze. I'm currently a genin, but only because the Hokage doesn't trust me with a higher rank yet. My team is made up of Kazumi Haruke, Sayuri Uchiha, your sister, and Narumi Uzumaki Namikaze, my cousin," Naruto said with a smile. Izumi thought over the information that she was just given. The man in front of her was a genin on her sister's squad, yet he could defeat her in combat. "What are your intentions?" she asked the blonde demon. "Well, my goal in life is simple in nature but hard to obtain. I want world peace, but not the kind that the Madara wants, but true peace through understanding," Naruto said to the former male. "Now, I believe that it's my turn to ask you a question, Izumi-san," Naruto said to the Uchiha. Izumi nodded and motioned for him to proceed with his questioning. "Tell me, why are you disguised as a male in the first place?" Naruto asked. Izumi looked down at the bed as tears built up in her eyes. "My father never truly loved me. He was always disappointed in me being a female. He didn't want a weak heir, and to him females were weak. So he decided that his next child would be the next head of the clan, not me. But then Sayuri was born, another daughter. Seeing that he had another daughter, he forced me to pretend to be a male so the clan would not lose face," she said, tears openly cascading down her cheeks like twin waterfalls. Naruto grit his teeth at what Fugaku had done to his daughter. What a horrible thing to do, to make someone act like another. It was disrespect to life, nature, and females. Naruto moved over to Azumi and brought her into a comforting embrace. That's horrible. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Azumi blushed slightly when she felt Naruto's well-developed muscles underneath his shirt. Azumi stilled herself and stopped crying and pushed Naruto away. There's nothing for you to be sorry about, she said to the blonde who was still smiling at her. Naruto looked at the door. Well, it seems like our time is up since your partner is coming. I'll leave you two some parting gifts as a show of trust to you. First is a seal that I'll put your right hand, which will allow you to activate a genjutsu that will make you look like Itachi. It cannot be deactivated by anyone but you and me. Lastly, I'll leave you with the Harem kunai in case you even just want to talk with me, Naruto said as he handed her a small blade. I'll take care of Sayuri, don't worry. Just as he said that, Kisame burst through the wall. There you are, Itachi, Kisame said as he bared his sword, the Samihara. Kisame was a tall man with pale blue skin with short black hair that was spiked upwards. Found you, Itachi-san, the shark man said to the now male Uchiha again. Kisame Hoshigaki, the monster of the mist, Naruto said out loud to the two. Naruto made a single hand sign. Well, I already did what I needed to do, so farewell, Naruto said as he walked towards the door. Kisame, being the battle-loving monster he is, charged at the Namikaze. Oh no you don't, he yelled out as he swung at Naruto with the Samihara. Almighty push, Naruto whispered, causing a blast of gravity to launch Kisame back to the wall next to Azumi. Naruto glared at Kisame with his Tengen activated. Tell your leader that no matter how strong he thinks his eyes are, mine will always be stronger, Naruto said as his eyes glowed red before he vanished in a blur of speed. Damn him, Kisame said as he stood up slowly. Every bone in his body hurt like they had just been snapped. Come on, Itachi. We have to report to Pain-sama, he said as he started to walk out of the hole he had made, with Izumi slowly following him. From the rooftop, Naruto looked down at the two with a smirk. This time, the Akatsuki will not win. I'll protect Konoha no matter the cost, he thought to himself before haranguing away. The next morning, Naruto, Narumi, and Sayuri waited for their sensei Kazumi to arrive at the training field. She was already 3 hours late for the test, and two of them were getting bored at just waiting. Kami, when will she get here? Narumi cried out to the heavens. Naruto, who was reading a book, held up 3 fingers. 3, 2, 1. Naruto said in a calm tone as Kazumi arrived via Shinshin the moment he said 1. You're late, Kazumi-sensei, Naruto said as he closed his book. Kazumi looked away from her book at the 3. Whatever, she sighed as she pulled out 2 bells. Your test is to get these 2 bells. Those who don't get one will be sent back to the academy for another year. If you want one, come at me with the intent to kill. You have until noon to get one. Also, whoever doesn't get one doesn't get to eat lunch, she said as she tied the bells to her hip and placed the timer on a log. The bell test, Naruto thought as he remembered when he first took the test with Sasuke and Sakura. Begin, she said. Narumi and Sayuri jumped away and hid from the older Jonin. Naruto just stood there in the same spot. Kazumi looked up from her book at Naruto. Well, it seems like the 2 girls know the basics of stealth, but this one seems rather rash. I wonder what he can really do, she thought to herself. You know, you hide. You're just a genin and I'm an elite jonin. There is no way you can beat me in a one-on-one fight, she said, dropping a hint. Naruto smirked. You shouldn't be so cocky, sensei, Naruto said as he readied Ten Shuriken. Let's see you dodge this. Jinten, lightning speed shuriken. Naruto said as he threw all of them. The 10 looked like yellow streaks through the air as they hit Kazumi before she could even move from her spot or draw a kunai. Sayuri and Narumi's eyes widened as they saw their team member seemingly kill their sensei in a single move. They were broken out of their stupor when they saw Kazumi turn into a log. The real Kazumi jumped out of a tree at Naruto. She launched a kick at his skull. Naruto reacted quickly and caught the kick with his right hand and threw the silver-haired Kunoichi away from him. "Don't underestimate me. Jin, bullet punch," he said as he appeared in front of Kazumi in a millisecond and delivered a series of punches, blasting her back from the force behind the attack. The older Kunoichi slowly stood up and faced Naruto. "There is no way a Genin, he moving faster than Minato-sensei without his Hypershin. Is this what Hokage-sama meant when he said that he wasn't normal?" She thought to herself as she got into a stance. "You're good, Naruto. I see that Hokage meant what he said about you weren't being normal, but from this point on, I'll be in control. You have taijutsu down, but let's see if you can handle genjutsu," she said as she performed a few hand signs. The Kunoichi then faded away. Demonic illusion, tree biting death. A tree grew around Naruto, trapping him in place. Kazumi appeared out of the tree and put a kunai to his neck. "Give up, I win." Naruto closed his eyes and smiled at the older woman. "You shouldn't assume things, Kazumi-sensei. Even more when you're already trapped in my genjutsu," Naruto said as he burst into a flock of crows. Kazumi's eyes widened as Naruto appeared in front of her. She narrowed her eyes at him and released her genjutsu. She moved her hair out of the way of her left eye to reveal her Sharingan. She closed her one normal eye. "There, now your genjutsu won't work." "Sorry, sensei, but I still win," Naruto said to the Jonin who just looked at him. "Don't believe me? Well, I'll have to show you," he said as the sky turned red and the sun black. The grass and leaves became white and the trees gray. "Welcome to the Tsukuyomi," Naruto said as he vanished in a flock of crows. Kazumi's one visible eye widened at this. "What? When did he get me?" she thought as chains came from the bushes and wrapped around her arms, strumming her up as chains shot out of the ground and wrapped around her legs. Several crows gathered to the right side of Naruto's face, torso, and arm. More crows gathered into a sword in Naruto's hand as he placed it onto her neck. "Give up. I may not be able to use this jutsu for a full length of 3 days, but 24 hours is good enough for this fight," he said to the Konichi. "The Tsukuyomi. But that's a Mangekyo jutsu, which means Hokage-sama was right, and he does have a variant of the Sharingan," she thought as she tried to break out of the powerful genjutsu. No matter what she tried, she couldn't break it. "Damn, how could I fall for a trap so easily?" she sighed to herself. "Fine, I surrender." The Naruto in front of her smirked as he vanished in a storm of birds. The world around her returned to normal as the Tsukuyomi disappeared. Kazumi fell to her knees, panting heavily. The real Naruto walked over to the down Kunoichi and removed the bells from her hip. "Well, we're done," he said as he sunshined away. Narumi watched wide-eyed as her male counterpart easily took down the A-rank Kunoichi with little effort on his part. Sayuri was thinking something else. Those eyes. They were just like Itachi's the day he murdered our clan. Is he an Uchiha? She thought to herself in hope that there may be another Uchiha left besides her brother. Naruto's voice rang out onto the training ground. "Sayuri-chan, Narumi-chan, the test is over, come out," he said as he appeared on top of one of the log poles, holding the 2 bells in his right hand. The 2 girls came out of the foliage into the clearing where Naruto and Kazumi were. "Catch," he said as he tossed the bells to each of them. We either pass as a team or we fail as a team, Naruto said to the two. So what is it, Kazumi-sensei? Pass or fail? Kazumi smiled as she looked on. You three are the first ones to pass my test. Starting next Monday, we'll start training and doing missions. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, she said to the three. She took out her mature novel and walked away. Naruto smirked and sunshined away from the clearing, leaving the two Kunoichi best friends by themselves. Sayuri looked at her best friend. Narumi-chan, is Naruto an Uchiha? She asked the blonde Kunoichi. Narumi shook her head. No, he isn't an Uchiha, sorry, she answered to her friend's disappointment. Why do you ask? She questioned her friend. Sayuri looked down with tears building up in her eyes. His eyes reminded me of my older brother Itachi's eyes when he killed my parents. They look like the Mangekyo Sharingan my brother had. She answered her friend. Narumi looked at her friend in the eyes and brought her into a hug. I don't really know what his eyes do, but I do know that they're called the Tengen, and it's supposed to be a powerful dojutsu, and it allows him to do amazing things. I'm sorry I can't tell you more, but that is as much as I know about those eyes of his, she said to her friend. I'm sure he'll tell us more as we become closer to each other. Sayuri nodded and let go of her friend. Come on, let's go to the hot springs, Sayuri said as she put on a brave front. Narumi nodded happily and followed, neither noticing the crow watching them from the branch. The black bird flew away from the clearing after the two girls left the clearing, Hokage Tower. 9 Jonin stood in front of the elderly Kage. The old man sighed. So far, 6 out of 9 teams had failed their test. Kazumi-chan, what about your team? He asked her. He already knew that the team had passed. He had been spying on them through his crystal ball. Team 7 composed of Narumi Uzumaki Namikaze, Sayuri Uchiha, and Naruto Namikaze passed, she said to the shock of her fellow Jonin. Kazumi, can you please tell us how the team passed? Hiruzen asked the silver-haired Kunoichi. Kazumi nodded. When the test started, Sayuri and Narumi tried to hide from me. Naruto stayed to fight. I completely underestimated him. His Jeten nearly killed me once when he threw shuriken so fast that they left streaks in the air. He further surprised me with his taijutsu, and he finally trapped me in a genjutsu that I wasn't able to escape from. I also confirmed that he does have a variant of the Sharingan and is able to use the ultimate genjutsu of the Uchiha, the Tsukuyomi. She finished her explanation. The other Jonin were shocked to hear how skilled a single genin was. To trap a Jonin like Kazumi in a genjutsu and use the Tsukuyomi no less was outstanding. Very well. Kurenai-chan, how about your team? Passed, the red-eyed beauty answered. Asuma-kun? The aged Kage asked his second son. Passed as well, the bearded man said to his father, as he took a drag from his cigarette. You want me to make a second coming of the Inoshika-cho team, don't you? The old Kage nodded. Yes, the original worked extremely well, so a new generation would do the village good. Hiruzen answered his son's question. Very well. It seems like all the clan heirs passed this year. Dismissed, he said to the 9. Once the 9 had left, Hiruzen looked to the leftmost corner of his office. You can come out now, Rokidame Dono. The wood on the wall rippled and showed that there was a genjutsu. Naruto walked out of the ripple and stared at the Hokage. Tell me, why didn't you tell Sayuri-chan that Itachi was actually a female named Azumi? Naruto asked the Kage. Hiruzen hummed as he thought of a response. Sayuri-chan, as you know from your world, or Sasuke, as he was called, was seriously traumatized by that day. So was Sayuri. How would you feel if you found out that your entire family was lying to you all your life? The old man said to Naruto, who would just continue to stare at the Hokage. Naruto finally spoke after an eternity of silence. I would feel like I couldn't trust anyone anymore. He finally answered. Hiruzen nodded. See? But can you tell me how you found out about her secret? The Sandame Hokage asked the blind. Have you seen the space behind the Hokage monument? Naruto asked. The old man shook his head. No, I haven't. Why? Naruto chuckled nervously as he scratched the back of his head. Well, she came to me offering me a place in the Akatsuki, and to replace the Orochimaru team. Hiruzen grimaced at the mention of his former student. I refused to join, so she had to fight me to the death or until I joined. I defeated her, but I may have gone overboard a bit. Hiruzen nodded. I see. Well, I suggest you get ready for your date with Inoko tomorrow. The old man said with a perverted smirk. Naruto glared at the older Kage. You were spying on me? Naruto said, a tick mark appearing on his forehead. Saturday, Inuzaka compound. Naruto walked towards the large gates as he wore a burnt orange dress shirt and black pants. Wow, this place is exactly the same as the one in my world. And I can't believe that I'm going on a date with Kiba. Naruto thought as he made a gagging sound. No, this isn't Kiba. This is someone different, Naruto said in thought as he shook his head. He stopped at the gates, where two members stopped him to check who he was. State your business with the Inuzaka, one of the guards ordered. Naruto smiled. I'm here to pick up Inoko-chan for our date, Naruto said to the two whose eyes widened. The guard who stopped him bowed deeply. I'm sorry for the delay, Namikaze-sama. I should have known it was you. He begged for forgiveness. Naruto waved it off. It's no problem. You were just doing your job, Naruto said as he continued to walk forward. The compound was massive. It was mostly forest with buildings dotting the landscape. The largest one was the one in the direct middle, which he assumed was the clan head's home. As he walked through the compound, he was greeted by several members from the clan. As he arrived at the door, he checked to make sure that he looked decent. Seeing that he was good, he knocked on the door. Wait a moment, an angelic voice rang out from behind the door. Naruto waited for a few seconds until Inoko answered the door. To say Naruto was surprised was an understatement. Beautiful was the only thing that came out of his mouth as he stared at the image of beauty in front of him. Inoko was wearing a light tan colored kimono with a red sash around her waist. She had put her silk-like brown hair into a ponytail. She had a faint blush on her cheeks from being called beautiful. Hey, she said with a small stutter. While she was normally very confident, this was her first date. That was not arranged. You look good, she said in a barely audible tone. Naruto smirked. Thanks, you look good too, he said as he offered his hand. Inoko slowly took the hand as the two started to walk out of the compound. 2 hours later, Naruto and Inoko sat side by side on the Hokage monument. They had a good date. They found that they liked about the same things. The entire date was overall fun. That was a good date, Inoko-chan, Naruto said to the girl next to him. Inoko smiled. Yeah, it was great. Thank you for taking me to that restaurant. It seemed expensive, she said with a light blush. It was nothing, Naruto said with a kind smile that caused Inoko to blush. Inoko looked down. I was wondering if we could do this again later, when we're free, she asked the blonde demon. Sure, but Next week I have a date with Ino-chan, so I can't do it then, Naruto said to the brown-haired girl. No problem, she said as she stood up. I'm sorry, but I have to go now, she said to the blonde. Naruto grinned. Well, see you later then, Naruto said to the girl, who started to walk away before she ran back and kissed Naruto on the cheek. Before running away, Naruto touched the cheek where Inoko had kissed him. The date with Ino the week after was equally as good as the one that he had with Inoko, only that she was bolder than Inoko and wasn't afraid to cuddle. Both dates left him with one thing left to do: speak with the old man about the CRA. Naruto walked into the large office. Sandame Dono, I have something to ask you to do for me, the blonde Juubi said to the old man. And what would that be, Rokidame Dono? I wish to instate the CRA on myself, Naruto said to the old Kage, who let out a content sigh. Oh, thank Kami you decided. But guys, I'm gonna end it off right there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe while you're at it. I ain't even gonna lie, that last part was mad funny. But I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.